We begin a series on questions Jesus asked. Have you ever asked someone a question to which you already knew the answer? We often do it with our children when we want to give them serious thought to do something. Does it frustrate you when someone answers your question with another question? The Gospels of the New Testament records many questions Jesus asked, and never did he ask without already knowing the answer. His all-knowing characteristic not only enabled him to know the answer, but also the thoughts and motives behind the question. Our first question in this series is found in Matthew 20 and 21. Jesus asked, "What is it you want?" How would you answer that question? What are the things in life most important to you? It could be things you already have and want to ensure you keep, or that which you strive for but have not yet attained. There are obvious things that come to mind. We could summarize most of them under the categories of health, wealth, relationships, career, and other lifestyle issues. Most people would like to have enough money to have or to do the things they desire. Then we often say that the most important thing is having good health. We also want to meet that special person to share our life with. We want a good relationship with our family. We want a good job, good friends, to have the right looks and the right weight. Your list may be different than mine, but we all have our wants. So it was for two of Jesus' disciples and their mother. We read in Matthew 20 and 21, "Then the mother of Zebedee's sons came to Jesus with her sons, and, kneeling down, asked a favor of him. 'What is it you want?' he asked. She said, 'Grant that one of these sons of mine may sit at your right, and the other at your left in your kingdom.'" We are not certain who initiated this request. Was it their mother's idea, or did James and John think it would be more effective to have their mom to do the asking? The request was motivated by thoughts of power, prestige, and recognition. To get a better seat in Jesus' kingdom, a higher position of authority, to be the one giving the orders as opposed to taking them. Such is common in today's world. High on society's list of wants is the ability to reach the top of the so-called ladder of success, to achieve a level of power that provides us recognition within society and in particular amongst our peers. Jesus' immediate response to their question was to say, "You don't know what you are asking," verse 22. He didn't condemn them as much for their request for a high position, but for the way they thought they could achieve it. The request was built more on entitlement as a means of reaching the top, as opposed to earning the way. In Matthew 20, 26 to 28, Jesus provided the key ingredient necessary for all who aspire to be great. He said, "Whoever wants to become great among you must be first your servant, and whoever wants to be first must be your slave. Just as the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve, and to give his life as a ransom for many." Jesus used his life as the example. God himself, the creator and ruler of the universe. The Apostle Paul tells us in Philippians 2, 5 and 9, "Your attitude should be the same as that of Christ Jesus, who, being in very nature God, did not consider equality with God something to be grasped, but made himself nothing, taking the very nature of a servant, being made in human likeness, and being found in appearance as a man, humbled himself, and became obedient to death, even death on a cross. Therefore God exalted him to the highest place, and gave him the name that is above every name." Unfortunately, on society's list of ways to get ahead, humility is not very high. But if you want to achieve true and real success in this world, learn from Jesus. Be willing to serve others as he did. We can learn from the Apostle Paul, who said in Philippians 2, 3 and 4, Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit, but in humility consider others better than yourselves. Each of you should look not only to your own interests, but also to the interests of others. Join us again next week as we look at another question Jesus asked.